A definitive ending to an excellent story is a truly precious thing. That's part of why Samurai Jack's return for a final season in 2017 was so refreshing. It capped off the legendary cartoon show with an appropriately epic and conclusive send-off. So, it was a risky choice for Samurai Jack Battle Through Time to attempt to squeeze one more thrilling adventure out of the series post-finale. But this throwback action game handles that responsibility with care. For those who weren't tuning into Cartoon Network in the early 2000s, Samurai Jack is about the titular warrior fighting to return to the past and slay the evil wizard Aku. Battle Through Time cleverly posits that Aku had one more trick up his sleeve. He forces Jack to take a time travel detour to relive his most exciting battles.
You thought you could return to the past and destroy me?
That setup serves as a convenient way for the developers to pick and choose their favorite moments from the series and remake them as scenarios with you in control, complete with clips from the show that showcase how well the 3D graphics mesh with the animation.
Destroy the samurai! I will take your essence!
And the ends justify the means in this case. It's fun to revisit fan favorites like the Scotsman alongside lesser-known characters like the Imakandi tribe. Every character and location serves as a stunning recreation of Samurai Jack's world. It's been a long time since cel shading was the peak of making cartoonish games, and the stylized character models on display really add dimension to the cast. The whole campaign feels like an extended episode of the show. Battle Through Time succeeds in capturing the source material, but its choices when it comes to gameplay are wholly original, or at least they feel that way in 2020. Its combat systems and campaign structure turn the clock back just as far as Aku does, reminding me of PlayStation 2 era action games like the original God of War more than this generation's trendsetters like Bloodborne. It's to the point where, if you told me this was actually a high quality remaster of a lost GameCube classic that holds up really well, I'd probably have believed you. As it stands, this is an 8 to 10 hour linear affair, featuring arenas full of enemies, giant boss fights, a shopkeeper that inexplicably stays one step ahead of you wherever you go, and a score-based ranking system. But it doesn't feel antiquated. The graphics and the intricate combo system are totally up to date, leading to a complete package that suggests a return to form rather than a crusty selection from the bargain bin. Much like other games of that era, most will probably enjoy Battle Through Time more as a breezy adventure than a test of skill. The core combat is designed to thrill, with everything from the various ways Jack can cut through robotic enemies to the crunch of the different super moves. Clubs can tear through rock and bone more easily, and the bow staff can take out hordes of foes at once. However, nothing compares to the joy of slashing enemies one at a time while wielding Jack's magic sword. Because Battle Through Time looks backward, it also brings forward some design problems that are probably best left behind. Instead of growing stronger through leveling from regular experience gains, you purchase upgrades using several different currencies dropped by enemies. Awkwardly, some of these resources just stop dropping a few levels before the end, which locked me out of upgrades that I otherwise would have been able to afford. Even if the currencies were available, upgrades have to be unlocked in order, meaning that the complexities of the counter system were trapped behind useless expansions to an already generous weapon inventory. There were other bizarre quirks, like how Jack only climbs up scalable surfaces one rung at a time. In these moments, the titular samurai looks less like a deft warrior and more like a nervous beetle crawling for the first time in his life. The movement is so slow that it's always preferable to awkwardly jump up the sheer cliffs than navigate them as intended. Even if you're not a Samurai Jack superfan who's impressed by the way the show style is recreated here, Battle Through Time may be worth a playthrough, just for the refresher course of how action games used to work, and how vital that style can still be in 2020. There are plenty of oddities that come with its curious dedication to the past, but the overall package excels despite them. Following so many slow, tanky duels with skeletons that can take you out in one hit, it's a blast to tear through countless rock creatures with a single smash of a spike club. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time is a surprisingly fleshed out action game that will please both the Toonami faithful and those who miss a simpler time in the action genre. For more Samurai Jack, both now and in the past, keep it right here on IGN.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up-to-the-second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late-night talk show. Our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming. And finally, the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.